in this next one, we're going to do that same shape. This time we're just going to do it using subtractive methods. So let me start a new part file. I'm going to start a new sketch. This time I'm going to sketch on my YZ plane. I'm going to start by creating the overall block first. So I'm going to look at my overall width, which is 350. Oops, wrong place. So I'm going to hit Tab. My height is 250. And let's use my scroll wheel to zoom out a little bit. And I know my width is supposed to be 350. So 350, Tab. And my height is 250, Tab. There we go. And I'll hit Enter. And if for some reason, if I didn't dimension it at the beginning, I could always dimension it now by just clicking on the dimensions and changing it. So I'll finish that sketch. And I'm again using my scroll wheel to zoom in and out. I could always just hit the home little symbol right there. It gives me an isometric view. So now I need to extrude the overall depth, which in this case is 50 plus 150 plus 50. So 250. Okay, so here's this block that we're going to start with. And I'm going to start taking away pieces. I'm going to use subtractive method. So I'm going to right click on here, new shape. And I'm going to go to my rectangle, start up in the corner. I look for that little green dot to appear. It lets me know my XY position. So I'm right above on the straight above on X. So I haven't moved over to the right or to the left on X. And on Y, I'm 250 above. So I know I'm on the corner. And I click, drag. So now again, my finger's not holding down anything on the mouse right now. I'm just dragging around the screen. So before I make that second click, I'm going to type in my dimensions. So I want this to be 350, take away an inch. So that's 250. Hit the Tab button. Let's see. We have an overall height of 250, take away an inch. That's 150. I'm going to finish my sketch. Extrude. Now I don't want to go out. I want to go the other direction. So I can either hit Cut, because I want to cut that off, or I could just switch to the direction, but I guess I still want to be cutting, so I should probably leave it on cut. Okay, so now that piece is done. So I'm going to right click over here. And again, I'm going to need my rectangle tool. Once that line lights up, I know I want to constrain it to there. This time I'm just going to draw a rectangle. I'm not going to dimension at the beginning. Take my dimension tools. Okay, this side I know has to be a 1/2 inch. And the other side, it tells me, has to be a 1/2 inch as well. And from the top of the rectangle to the bottom of the rectangle, 1/2 inch. So when I finish my sketch, we're going to use our extrude tool again, but this time again we're going to set it to cut, and it removes that piece. And then I'm going to start a sketch up here on top. And let me rotate that a little bit. There we go. Use my rectangle tool. I'm going to wait till that line lights up. Lets me know that I'm constraining it to that line. Right click, drag it out. Say from the front. Second click right there. Up. Make sure the dimensions should fall in the middle between the two arrows whenever possible. And that should be 150. And click once, click twice. Come over here to the left. Make sure my dimension's in the middle because it fits. And that should be a 1/2 inch. So now, even though the rectangle is the right size, it's not in the right place yet. So again, I'm going to click at the bottom of the rectangle, bottom of the shape, bring this dimension over. Oops, I should have put that a little bit more in the center, but okay, so that's got to be, it says 1 inch away. So now if I want to check this, I can put a dimension here. I can't change that dimension because I know they all have to add up to be 250, but let me just check to make sure that's 1 inch over there as well. So there it is. So 1 plus 1 plus 50, 250. That's everything. I finish my sketch, extrude, set it to cut, click OK. So here it is. It took me 4 steps to do it using the subtractive method. Here it is, took me 4 steps as well to do it using the additive method. So now what I need you to do is kind of think about both of these and figure out which method do you think was the easier way to do it.